Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we will check out the Eustace Captain Kit. He's the Structure Deck 10 leader, or one of them. It was a 3-leader deck, so yeah, he's one of them. He was I think the worst one from all of them for a long time. Probably he is still, because yeah, Red Purple Law was way stronger. He's even banned at the moment. Luffy is quite a normal character, I would say. It always pops up often. I actually enjoyed the leader as well, but it has some problems in the modern meta. But yeah, we can maybe talk about him in the future. For Eustace Captain Kit, he was always missing some cards, I would guess. Some cards which are like supporting his leader style or his play style. He is losing 1000 power in your turn if you have 4 or more life, so this is a little sad. But on the other hand, if you're attacking -1 Don, you're gaining plus 2000 power, so this is quite nice if you're under 4 life, so 3 life or less. Then you can always gain plus 2000 on a 5000 leader, so you're always a 7000 attack if you go -1 down. So the problem was like how to get the 1 down back, or like even make a benefit out of it. And there was always quite a problem because there is the blocker which always gains a don if you're losing a don. But this was probably one of the only cards you could even play for him, which are also beneficial. And then there was they came out the Chocolate Pudding, which is from OP09, also Red Purple Law used her a lot. Always when a Don is returned, you can just play a rested Don from your Don deck, which is quite nice, so you are not losing any Don. So you can play out, maybe you can play out a Sanji, for example, for 2 Don, have 2 Dons rested, and then you can lose this leader ability, put 1 Don back, and she gives you 1 Don back. The only thing is like she's not really she's just on board for bringing 1 Don back, but otherwise she doesn't really have any other alternative plays, and also she's just a 1k, so maybe also not the strongest card. It's a nice card to have, but feels like not really a card which makes the leader kind of standing out, or stand like way more out than other characters. And now in the OP09, let me make sure, he's from OP09. He is a new addition, Killer, which is quite nice to have some red hair, or Kid Pirates they are called. I thought they are red hair or red hair. No, what is the name from them? Ah, they are the red hair pirates. Okay, yeah, they are just the Kid Pirates. Okay, anyways, some nice on play effect, -1 Don. Choose 1 leader with Kid Pirate type and activate it. So if your leader puts 1 Don back, maybe you're already, let's just say he's at 3 life, you attack, put 1 Don back, then he's at 7 Don, and at 7000 power, then you can play the Killer, you can activate him, and he's still at 7000 power. So then he can get another 2000, so then he's a 9k leader. And for this turn at least, or for this attack. So this is quite nice that you can attack double, even if he gets maybe 1 or 2 Don or something. It can be quite devastating to hit double with a, probably something like a 12,000 power leader or something. Quite nice. And then there's also another new addition, and this is the Eustace Captain Kit. He is 3 cost 5000 character, which is always nice. I mean, plus 2000 power. I would say like you could always take this. But his on playability is the probably kind of benefit. Add the top card of your life to your hand if your leader has Kid Pirates type at 1 Don from your Don deck as active. So you are gaining 1 Don as active, so you can ramp, and you also get 1 of your life cards into your hand. So it's a little bit like the purple Luffy leader ability. that you get a card into your hand and ramp it on. So quite nice. We only play it as a 3-up because usually it's only for the early game, and later also he don't have any counter power. He can also be quite a brick because usually you don't want to play a 5-cost character out. You usually want to go for the bigger and stronger characters. And then there's also another card which is, I think it's an older card, yeah, OP05. Punk Rotten. Kind of cool card for -1 Dawn. Choose one of your leader characters with Kid Pirate's attribute. Give plus 5,000 power. So for 2 Dawn, you can give your leader plus 5,000 power, which is quite nice. You can just swing. Then in combination with the killer, you can swing with the leader plus 2,000. Or like first you would give the Punk Rotten, so he has 10. Then swing with the leader, -1 Dawn. He has then 12, and then you can play the Kid and Killer, and he can attack then with 14, and this just for 7 Dawn. So, okay, of course you need to put 1 Dawn back, but I think you pay the 2 Dawn first and then -1 Dawn, so you can use the 2 Dawns you paid the 2 cost for the 2 cost event. You can use this 2 Dawns to return for this by both -2/1. -1 cost, oh no, -1 cost, -1 Dawn. And then play out the Kid and Killer. So you still have 3 Dawn open then for maybe playing something like this, or I don't know, maybe for search or something. Okay, so let's go into the gameplays. First one is against Zoro. So I have to admit I had a little problems playing with the Kid because there were some decks which are a little stronger, and also it was quite nice, but it was also a little difficult to get into the spirit of losing some life, gaining the attack, and then playing also with the killer, with the Kid killer. No, it's just killer, yeah, just the killer card and the Punk Rotten and something like this. So the leader is quite in the focus here. So yeah, was a little different, I would say. Yeah, we're playing against Zoro. He's playing like a zoo combo or a zoo engine with all of the chopper and hiking bear and I don't know and the dog card. So yeah, he's quite fast, I would say, and pushing into our life, which is not that bad. So we're gaining the additional power, but yeah, can be also quite risky. So we're playing out the pudding. So for our leader ability, we get the -1 Dawn always back. We're countering out of his attacks. You're playing even a Zoro, so just casually 4 attacks with plus 1,000. So 6,000 or 5,000 into leader. Oh no, I think that all of them were 6,000. So yeah, we need to use the pudding because otherwise we are in deep trouble. I felt like a blocker is probably a good decision at this point because the Bon Clay is usually strong for big characters, but at this point I feel like it's probably better to play the blocker. Also the blocker kit is ramping a Dawn for us, and the normal uses Captain Kid for 3 cost would probably wouldn't be a big benefit for us at this point. So I mean, we could have played it out maybe to go more wider, maybe it wouldn't be even that bad, but at this point I wasn't sure if we even need to go this wide. Okay, he goes into life and now 4 into 4. He probably want to bait our blocker. I wasn't sure at this point. So we just give him 1k and then he goes straight into life. We takes it because and he's even playing a 2020 chopper and he leaves 1 Dawn open. So this is a little risky, I would say. Usually 1 Dawn open for a really cost efficient leader like Zoro is probably the event to play a card out. Yeah, so at this point, we are in a bad position as always. No, just kidding. Usually we are not in a bad position, but here, yeah, it's really not that good looking for us. So we're ramping a Dawn, get it, or even 2 Dawn, get one rested, one active, using the leader ability, the event of course, not the leader ability. Play out the shopper. This one can cheat out a character, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking about playing the dragon, because at this point we don't have really so much option to go this wide. We probably could have needed another blocker, which would have been really nice, and then play out the other kid to go way rider. We need a whiteboard for yeah, compete with this leader. And for him, he is, I think most of the characters, yeah, already at 6 cost. we don't even have counter power, so yeah, it looks really bad. Like if he just attacks, we are losing, and he will attack for sure. Yeah, so he plays out another chopper, goes into our life. And if he decides to attack now, because we took the life, probably he would have attacked Pudding or something. Yeah, he sees the writing on the wall that we are losing. So yeah, we couldn't do anything about this. This was just too much power at the beginning. And also one of the weaknesses of Kid, he doesn't really play so many small characters, and can be also sometimes a little bricky. So always make sure to use your board kinda, or your characters kinda clever. Counter power can be also something, but I feel like he's a little similar to the red purple Luffy, which also goes bigger in characters. But the red purple Luffy has the benefit that he is a 6k leader, which is quite strong for not getting attacked in, yeah, from so small characters, for 5k characters like Kid. But he only has 3 life, so Kid has 5, which is also nice. But usually you lose the first life kind of fast. Maybe this could be also like a different playstyle. Maybe I need to, in the future, think a little better about my life. But sometimes it's also hard to get the benefit from counter power. Or like to get cards that benefits you for counter power. Yeah, I feel like the Kid leader feels not so round in general. Like he's still missing 1 or 2 cards, I would guess. Anyways, we get the Pero attack. The Nico Robin wants to banish a card. I'm not sure if I should let the card go or give him a trigger, because I probably want to have the Pudding. So yeah, I will give a 2k. I probably should have let the 1 card go, but you never know. I also always forget about the Nico Robin card. Always remember when you're playing against Nico Robin, she can just get rid at a 6 Dawn turn of 1 of your life. So if she attacks already into life, maybe just let it go. And the Kid, oh, not the Kid, I always want to say Kid 2 Killer. The Killer card would have been also kinda cool for us at this turn. Yeah, so we're taking a life from the Killer card, which I'm not so sure sometimes if we really should have taken it at this point. Because you don't need to take it, so you can decide if you want to take it, but I think you cannot ramp if you're not taking it, so then you're just playing out a 3 cost 5k character, which is also not that bad, but yeah, you have to think about it if you really need it. Oh, and he's KOing our on play, yeah, for sure. Yeah, not that good looking for us at this point. We had quite a slow start. And this is always, I feel like, also for red, purple Luffy, the start is always a little slow, and we don't have any of our big characters, which is a little sad at this point. At least we have the Sanji, so we can rest the blocker. Then go with putting into the blocker, probably. No, I want to go first into life. Sure, why not? I mean, could be said if he gets a blocker, the Jaguar D Soul. But the question here is, does he have enough counter? Yeah, he has the Gum Gum Giant. So he counters out. Probably putting into Shirahoshi, so we don't have to fight with her next turn. I probably just wanted to wait if he gives us yeah, if he gives us another card, maybe I could have just attacked more earlier into the Shirahoshi, but I was hoping that he didn't have a Gum Gum Giant at some point or gave us a lot of counters or something. Okay, he gives us 5 into 4, 1 Nami attack less for our life, he KOs the kid, so he needs to establish a blocker, otherwise he gets a problem. But we only have 2Ks and 2K counter and 2 of the 0 cost events in hand. So yeah, probably not a good idea to counter out. I mean, now we have to counter out so we don't lose one of our characters. But I mean, at this point, I was a little scared. That's why I was looking at Sanji. If he puts a lot of Dawn on Nico Robin and then goes in our Sanji, and then plays the Jaguar D Soul. Yeah, so now we need to counter out. Probably. I mean, it would be a good idea. Yeah. Get rid of 2 of the counter. And yeah, there's the blocker, so a Sanji would be nice. No, said. Okay. Anyways, yeah, not this Sanji. Now I think I do a big mistake here. I thought the Sanji is a rush character, and I think it was this gameplay where I played him out. Let's see. There's definitely one gameplay. Maybe I deleted it. I'm not sure, but there was definitely one gameplay where I played the Sanji out because I thought it's a rush character. Okay, he gives us a Gum Gum Giant. He's not using the blocker. He feels kind of safe. And I think we can win this game, probably. Yeah, it's this game. Yeah, big mistake. We just take our last life. And we lost. I was kind of like, oh, why is this character gray? Why can I not attack? So, yeah, I totally forgot this character is not gaining rush. He just gaining power. You still have to wait 1 round. Quite sad at this point. Yeah, and I even give him the card, and now I cannot do anything. Kind of sad. Yeah, and this is the end of the game. I just lost, but I probably would have won with Kid. Let's see his hand. Let's go a little faster. Yeah. So now let's see his hand. He has 1, 2, and 2. It's 5k counter. If we wouldn't have played the Sanji, we still had 8. Oh no, we probably would have lost anyways. Yeah, we had 8 Dawn left. We could have played the dragon. Then I probably would have gave my kid +2 Dawn. Then attack with the dragon. And then he could have countered out because this is 2k and 1k. And then we still had a 9k leader left and he could have just blocked with Shirahoshi. Yeah, anyways, we would have lost, kind of sad at this point. Yeah, but make sure to read the characters correctly. Can happen always quite fast to misunderstand something or forget about a character. Anyways, let's go into black-green Perona. She got some support as well in OP09. I really enjoyed her in, what was it, maybe OP06 or OP07? Maybe OP07, quite a cool leader. Kind of sad that Sabo is so expensive because I wanted to play her in real life. Yeah, so now we're in turn 3, we can play the Kid and Killer, and not the Kid and Killer, to use this Captain Kid. Get one life card to our hand, Gainer or Rampedon. Quite nice in this situation. But anyways, he KOs our character. So now the useless Captain Kid blocker is probably a cool card because he cannot be KO'd by, what was his name again, Ryuma? And usually Ryuma is one of the strongest cards of Perona and one of the main cards. The deck evolves kind of strongly around him. And if you just play 5 cost characters, you are usually safe because you don't want to usually, yeah, this is what you usually don't want to do as a Perona. Now he wants to have one counter out of our hand, but he can attack. Usually he can play a Ryuma, he has Fodon open anyways from his hand, so that's why he just wanted to see if we give him a counter and then he plays a Ryuma to KO it anyways. I'm not so sure, I don't like the one-legged soldier play because you're losing a 2k counter and trash it just for KOing the blocker. Probably you could have done something better with your Don. But now he's playing the Borsalino, also a nice blocker. It's always kind of sad that you have to play so different characters in different leader. I would have enjoyed it more if it was more like a pure build. I'm usually more a fan of a pure build. And the black navy cards usually fit in nearly every black deck, so this is sometimes kind of sad that some characters are that strong that you have to play them in every deck. Otherwise you can also play the deck usually kind of differently, but yeah, most of the time you don't have most of the time you don't have the freedom to pick whatever character you want, otherwise you will usually just lose the game. We play out the dragon because it cannot be KO'd by Ryuma. Always make sure Ryuma also KOs on KO. And then go 7 into life. Or was it 6 into life? Because we are still at 4. Yeah, probably 6 into life. Anyways, he gives us an Ice Age and plays the Brook. Kinda sad that our dragon got KO'd so fast just for 7 Don. A 9 cost character, no, 8 cost character is gone. He goes into life, we takes it because we don't have a 1k counter. Thinking about playing the Luffy. Probably the best idea at this point. Yeah, so just go 7 into life. He maybe blocks with the Borsalino and 2k counter. Yep. And now we can KO the blocker. So let's see what his next turn looks like. Perona benefits quite strong from her hand size, so she usually want to have a lot of different cards, like maybe like an Ice Age and a 2-legged soldier, and then there is the Ryuma, which you sometimes need to have, and Moria also sometimes, and there are a lot of different cards that are quite good to have in hand, because otherwise you are not prepared for most of the characters which your opponent usually plays. So as smaller as your hand size get, as less power she has, I would say. So now we're doing the search. We can probably take another Luffy, so we can push for life. We could also take the Sanji. But I feel like at this point we also... I mean, the killer would have been really cool to get. We want to use the Punk Rotten, also an alternative. So go a little wider into board. Probably we are just at 9 on turn right, and if we used the searcher, so we couldn't use the Luffy. Otherwise, we would have had a problem to even attack. At this point, maybe I would have played out at least one kid for having an extra character on board. Because Kuzan is probably, he could probably KO something next turn. Probably our Luffy. Oh, he gives us a lot of characters for countering out of that attack. I'm not sure if this was really worth it, but yeah, we're playing also a lot of characters which have rush or are kind of fast into KOing the opponent, so yeah, we let go the pudding. Sense size is quite small, we still have a rush character, so yeah, probably he thinks on how to get rid of our Luffy, because if he just attacks, we can counter out quite easy. Eight into life. We can counter out, sure. Probably would have been better to take the first one, but I thought like if he attacks with the Kuzan, it would be better to just take it. He plays out a Ryuma KOing our Luffy. So now we are in a... Oh no, we are not in that bad position because he didn't play the blocker. At this point, it probably would have been better if he just played a blocker. Because now we can just rest the character, go 7 into life, or even maybe 8 or 9. And then we can go another 5 extra, and maybe 12 or something into life. Yeah, because we have the event, so we just, rest the Ryuma. We should have went 9 into life. No, we couldn't go 9 into life because of the 2 characters. Yeah, if he countered out of this play, we had a big problem. But at this point, he used so many characters before, and he used also some 1Ks. I think he used some 1Ks in the turn before. So I felt like at this point, he probably don't have so much different characters and too many 2Ks probably because he used so many characters in the turn before. And yeah, he only had 2 1Ks. So our 8K attack was, fine. Also, we had the killer in life, which would have been cool if we didn't counter out of the 1 attack. Then we could have played out the killer and just attacked 2 times with him. Also a good alternative, but of course the Sanji would have been the better play if he played out a blocker. Otherwise, the killer would have been the better play. Anyways, we still have one last gameplay against Yamato. I think it's quite interesting. She didn't got really a buff lately, but I still see a lot of people play her. So probably one of the more famous characters or the more like to play characters. As you can see, we mulligan because we only had big characters except for the Sanji. I'm not the biggest fan of the Sanji, especially because it's also a 2K, the 2-cost Sanji. Can be quite a strong card, but for me it's more a situational card and not a... I want to go straight into this card. I feel like the pudding is there a better alternative. We just used the leader ability because why not? I mean, we didn't ramp or gain anything from that, but Yeah, we just ramp back to our normal size. Okay. First attack, we probably need to take both of the cards, no trigger. We don't really run a lot of trigger. I'm not even sure if we even run one trigger, maybe from the event. Yeah, kind of sad we didn't got any 5-cost kits, so we're playing the Bonclay out. We can attack with the pudding. We could have also played out a Sanji. This was a little this play was a little on personal preferences. Really hard to say. Maybe the Sanji would have been also a good alternative, but I didn't want it to lose another life. And also I didn't know if he would have attacked my pudding. So yeah, actually he took the pudding. Quite sad that he rested the Bonclay. Did I attack with the Bonclay? The blocker rested the Bonclay. Okay. So now our 8-down turn. Our Bonclay is rested and probably is gone next turn. So what can we do? We could rest the carrot and just went into carrot. Or we just go for life. Yeah, so we just go for life. He only has one character, and I think carrot can only rest 6 cost or less. So our dragon is kind of safe. And here he did a big mistake, as you can see. He tried to counter out with some card. Or some cards. 2k, 1k, and he gave us 1k to less. So 1k not enough. So yeah, he missed it and took a life. Kind of sad for him. Yeah, so now he frees out the Bonclay again. Attacks our dragon, we counter out. Now he tries to go for our life, but we counter out. Just to make sure, because getting another 2 life hits would have hurt too much. Now we can just play the Sanji, which is quite nice. We could have also played the Shanks at this point, but I actually wanted to rest the blocker, KO maybe the... Oh no, we can go for life, right? I mean, he has a lot of cards in hand. But yeah, maybe it makes sense to go for life. So let's see if he takes this life. If he takes it, then we can go for life. Otherwise, we probably would have gone for carrot. Yeah. Okay. So now we're in a really good position. Oh no, she can even freeze a 7 cost. Okay, maybe she is not restricted to anything. The carrot. Okay, we take both lives. We don't have enough counter power. He plays another carrot. Oh, but he cannot play rest the 8-on character, so maybe he can only she can only rest the 7 cost or lower. Yeah, so now the Yusupachi comes clutch. We can rest the blocker, and I don't know why we didn't use the event. Maybe I just missed it at this point, but yeah, now he only had 1 life card. We knew for sure we can finish him. And what did he had? Just a blocker left without any counter power, and the Rosinante blocker from life, so he couldn't even counter out later. Anyway, so this was the last round from Kid and... I always want to say Kid and Killer. It's kind of like a problem for me. It's a really cool card, so that's why I like it. If you don't know, I'm always talking about this card. Because it was so famous from EBO1. I think it was OPO6 where it was used a lot. Anyways, or OPO7? I'm not sure. Anyways, this is the build I used to play. There are different options to play. You could also play more like a Land of Wano build. A little bit more like Shanks, for example, also like red hair pirates. I think there are a lot of different builds to play for him, but I feel like the problem is like none build is really fits him a lot because he is, yeah, he's like a different leader. He has like a different ability, and there are not so many cards which benefit him a lot. So he probably needs something like putting on his own, like maybe a 2-cost, I don't know, like a character like this, like a Kid Pirate character, but because this is a 2K counter card, he needs a ramp card, maybe a 2-cost card from Kid Pirates. He needs more like a bigger character as well. I mean, these two characters are fine, but it would have been way better if he had like also like a 8 or 9 or 10 cost Kid character. Maybe a 8 cost because of the event, so you can combine him. I mean, there is I think it's the 7 cost. I think it's a purple card. Kid. Oh. Like this character. But it only gives you 1k power, but it would be also an option to play this one. You could. Yeah, but I feel like most of the other cards, I mean, this one could be also a nice counter card, but the Yusupachi for sure is the better one for resting blocker. Yeah, but anyways, I'm still not so sure about the character. It's cool to play. I see always a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but there's always, when I'm playing on the simulator, there are a lot of people, or at least some, try and playing him. And I played also sometimes against the against the Kid Leader, but I feel, yeah, as I said, he is still missing some cards. He's cool to play, like a good option, but definitely not meta relevant, and maybe we need to wait 1 or 2 sets more for him getting some small support, or maybe until this day there will be a new Kid Leader as the yellow one, for example. So yeah, I don't know. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and yeah, please write in the comment what kind of kit build you were playing. Maybe give some options what I could have played different in the deck list. Maybe there are some alternatives which work way better for you, which feels a little rounder for you as well. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.